Hi, Lionel.
Hello, Abhishek.
Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
And thank you for accepting the invite.
Oh, thank you for having me.
So, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to Lionel. He's EMEA Head of Data Analytics of Microsoft. We are very fortunate to have him with us, and he's traveling only for 2 days, and it's great. We are grateful that he could find some time out of his busy schedule. So, how is this region being to you?
It's, I'm living the dream. I like the region very much for different reasons, for the energy, the people, and I must confess, for the food. France is known for gastronomy,
Yes.
but I like Middle East food.
Okay.
Kudzi, because we are here in UAE, but also I'm a huge fan of baba ganoush.
Awesome. That's great. So you take care of the entire EMEA region, right? And you travel then extensively across those 120 countries that fall under this purview. Do you find any difference between the Europe part and the Middle East part?
Good question. Maybe the thing that I see is the ambition of the executive in transforming their business with analytics and AI is perhaps bolder. That being said, the challenges are similar to other regions. In particular, I was in the AI tour yesterday in Doha, meeting with several customers, and often the same challenges that I see elsewhere are coming. In particular, regarding how to upskill the team, how to make sure that the technology is helping accelerating the data literacy from the IT team to the business. That's a common challenge everywhere. Okay. But going back to my first point, bolder ambition, in particular with AI, and also often coming with already solid use case to execute on.
Awesome. So I was discussing with a couple of my friends, right? And what we realized in the last 5 decades, this region was only known for the oil.
Yeah.
And then, data is oil. But now, for last 2 years, this region is also known for the AI. And I think it's all thanks to Microsoft, because they are the leader in AI globally. And you are feeding that hunger of AI. So that hunger for AI, what you just said, the appetite and the hunger for AI, do you think this is sustainable in this region?
Yeah, absolutely. It starts, like I said, it starts with a vision, with the bold ambition I was talking about. Because if it's a top-down approach, it's easier to be executed on. So yes, definitely, and we see a lot of investment there. And similar to what I said earlier, really an appetite to have result very quickly. So yes, I definitely think it's sustainable for sure.
Now, what's the Microsoft's overarching vision for data and AI for this region?
Yeah, it's for this region and across the world, I would say. It's making sure that we are empowering everyone in the organization, then again from the IT to the business, to accelerate on AI. Because anyone can have a good idea, a transformative idea to improve the business. It could be to optimize process, reduce cost, or infuse innovation. Anyone within an organization can have that idea. So how to empower anyone to make that possible? That's really the vision we have. From providing the tools for the IT people to be more productive, to also up to the business users to be able to use their data or even have ideas. And that's something that I see changing nowadays. We talk a lot about that in the market a few years ago about the data literacy. It seems that it's accelerating a lot lately, making that possible, in particular, bridging IT and business together. Make sense?
Yes, it does. Yes. Now, Do you see any unique challenges? Because every region has their own unique challenges, and we all know, and some are adaptive, some are inheritance. Do you see any unique challenges of this region from the data, AI, and analytics perspective, which are unique and you don't find them so easily in other regions?
Honestly, that's what I said. Not so much. The challenge are always around. Am I ready? If we're talking about analytics and AI, am I ready for it? Which means, do I have the data required to start? Mm-hmm. And before that, either the security good enough to start? Do I have, then again, to my point, do we have the skills internally to make that happen?
Okay.
And that's why, as I said, I don't see really specific challenge for the region, but more, I would say, challenges that are more EMEA wide comparing to other region, like America, for example. Here, people want to be sure before starting something.
Yes.
You know?
Okay.
That's EMEA.
So the risk appetite now is high of this region, and also they want to be sure before they start the work. And I think all the securities, data elements, everything is checked here. Perfect.
Exactly. I think in particular on security, we are secure by default. We are proposing now to support a lot of standards, making sure that customer data are their data. Right? So it's about trust and also showing the capabilities and the secure by design approach that we do provide across the board, from the data ingestion to data visualization and AI.
Perfect. And do you also, I think another contributory factor to this, I'll like your view on that, would be that Microsoft is the only option which gives them the complete ecosystem to any customer.
Yeah.
Right from data source connectivity to the visualizations and classical AI to generative AI. I think the entire spectrum which Microsoft offers, I don't think there's any other competition in the market right now which can do that.
No, absolutely. To your point, we do provide an end-to-end approach, and the beauty of it is that the solution can be used by any type of persona within the organization. And for example, if I'm starting with Fabric, you, as you said, you start from pipeline ingestion, analytics, real-time analytics, BI, everything infused with AI. And the same platform in a software as a service mode, so you bring your data, you start, can be used from the IT to the business. And often in the organization, I see, even within the IT, people struggling to work together because they are not using the same tools. Like data engineer, BI engineer on one side, data scientist on another, not using the same technology, not being able to talk together.
Perfect.
That is changing. In the same way, we are also providing and making sure that we are aligned with what the customer like to use. Let's say, for example, you have a tech-savvy organization. You are, for example, using Databricks for your data pipeline and data science. That's perfect. You can also integrate that seamlessly. So that's the vision we provide, and it's pretty unique.
Absolutely. And that uniqueness actually contributes to the confidence to the customer that yes, I can go on this platform.
Exactly.
I can trust this platform and I can build my use cases on top of it. Coming to the AI part a little more.
Yeah.
You mentioned about the use cases, right? Do you see any difference in the use cases of this region vis-a-vis the global trend of the customers?
Then again, as I said, I think it's across the board. Of course, there are some specific things on energy, but as I said, it's across EMEA. If we are talking about industry that are maybe more eager to start AI, or where I see a lot of traction, financial services, a lot, telco as well, retail. That's really where we see a lot of traction, and of course energy, utilities. So, but it's across the board. Maybe something that I've noticed in the type of project, you have, of course, a lot on demand. In particular, I was talking about FSI to analyze documents, but it's also the case, for sustainability. A lot of companies doing ESG reporting, mixing documents, unstructured document and structured document. So AI could help a lot in that regard as well.
Yes, you're right. And I think another big contribution of AI, what I've seen, is creation of citizen analyst, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Maybe it's not directly acknowledged by Microsoft, but let me tell you, the ecosystem which Microsoft has developed of the citizen analysts at that layer, which uses AI, now they don't need to know the legacy systems. All they need to know AI to query the legacy systems. Now that's the fundamental shift that you have brought. And in any organization, now there are many people who are able to fulfill that gap of the analyst position, because they have an analytical mind, but they didn't know how to write a SQL query or probably a technical query, which has been taken care of by AI.
Yeah, I'm with you. I was talking earlier on the data literacy part. AI is, I think, making that data literacy a reality.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure that even the way we interact with the reporting is about to change. We see that with Copilot, but for example, and I was talking about that earlier, there is one. For example, I was talking about Fabric earlier on. There is one feature that I like a lot, called the AI skills. So where it's about how you are infusing AI directly with your data. Imagine you want to, it's like if you are creating an agent that you can customize. You can customize in a few clicks the behavior of how you are querying the data in natural language. Imagine you are creating a data mesh approach. You create a data product and you want to expose it directly through an agent that you can embed in any application. That's a game changer.
Awesome. And that also gives you a great governance on top of it.
Exactly. That's that's interesting that you are talking about governance, because that's also a corner pillar of everything. You know what? I was surprised, by the way. We launched an event in FabCon event earlier this year, and the number one topic in terms of attendance was around data governance. So yes, governance is a key thing.
Yes. So AI use case, citizen analyst,
Yes,
and governance on top of it, complete ecosystem.
exactly.
Right.
End to end.
End to end.
And in particular, as we are talking about data governance, if the data governance solution is adopted also by the business, that's where it's reinforced the flywheel in a way.
Absolutely. Also, what we have seen, the impact on the business because of all these three combined,
Yeah.
their time to make a decision has reduced. Their actual time in a day when they get productive has moved up. So just to give a context, talking to a couple of customers, right, and they had legacy systems, SAP, Oracle, and all those systems, and they said, guys, I used to do manual analyst job in my company, and by about 1 to 2 p.m. is when we used to actually start getting the data in our format, and we could start seeing it, right? That started changing a couple of years back when Fabric and Azure Databricks and all those things were launched. But now with this AI, I wake up in the morning and I know what has happened and what needs to be done. I get suggestions. And the shift from 2 p.m. to say 9 a.m. is a huge shift. Now they're more productive.
Absolutely, yeah.
And that is contributing to the growth of this region like phenomenal. Look at the visions of the founders of these regions. They have accelerated those visions.
That's impressive.
And they have preponed those visions. So if you ask me, the impact of Microsoft AI on the entire ecosystem is very profound.
Yeah, and you mentioned the fact to reduce the time to insights.
Correct.
I think the trend also that is accelerating, and also in the region, in the need for customer to reduce the time and also connect real time to their analytics and AI.
Yes.
And that's a trend that I see growing a lot lately. The need for real-time insight, real-time analytics, real-time data that are infused to the AI model as well. That's also a solid trend that is accelerating.
Yes. Another contributing factor, let me tell you, and I'll need your confirmation on that. Anybody going for Microsoft certification on Azure, they get a certification only from Microsoft, right? And that's valid across the country, across the region, across everywhere in the world. But if you look at the competition, their certification is not valid across. They're only valid for the cloud services. So the shift that among the IT professionals, that if I go on Microsoft Tech and I go for a certification, my career is secure. This company or that company.
You know what? That's the beauty of the Microsoft approach on this, and I can testimony myself. Before, but it was a long time ago. But I started my career with SQL Server as a consultant, going through certification, and that helped me open the door to a wide opportunity, wide choice of opportunities on my career. So that's also huge in terms of if someone wants to start a career on data, the certification road is absolutely a way to go, because even if you don't necessarily have the right diploma initially, if you are pursuing those certifications, you are also using a brand for yourself. There are also additional programs like the MVP program and stuff like that, Microsoft Most Valued Professional, that can open the door to a lot of things for you as a new data engineers or someone who wants to do AI, or even, as you said, if you want to be this citizen data people, sometimes bringing those certifications will make a difference, and not sometimes it's the case that will make the difference.
Absolutely. That's great. So any advice for new partners who want to come to this region? So any advice you want to give to them?
For partners?
Yes, for partners.
You mean like partners integrators or?
Yes.
Yeah? First, if they are not established here, I would encourage them to come, because there is so many opportunities in the region around analytics and AI, as we discussed.
Okay.
And I would encourage them to embrace the certification on the Microsoft technology, because there is also a huge market for them to grow. And most importantly, we need partners to help our customers being successful. So it's a perfect timing to be here.
Perfect. Lionel, thank you for the discussion till now.
Thank you,
So
Abhishek.
I see a lot of announcements coming from Microsoft, right? So what do you see in next couple of months coming in future? What do you see? What are new announcements? What new exciting things which we can expect from Microsoft?
Yeah, and as you said, the pace of innovation is accelerating. We had a lot of announcements lately. I will maybe pick and choose a few of them. We were talking about data governance, and we have a new version of PureView. There is a lot of new things. The pace, the speed of innovation is accelerating. So we had a lot of announcements. I will maybe select some of them. We were talking about data governance earlier. We have now the new version of PureView with an end-to-end data governance, being able to govern the data wherever it sits, of course in Azure, but also looking at on-premise and other cloud. It's about also accelerating we are talking about reducing the time to insights. To do that, instead of building everything, why not relying on industry accelerators? So we did start with 2 industry accelerators, one on sustainability, one for healthcare, and we'll provide later additional starting with retail. Another stuff is ensuring that we are having even better integration with other solution. Of course, as you know, Databricks is a first party for us, so we continue deep integration with Databricks, with mirroring, but also with the integration of the Unity Data Catalog. We are also, it's particularly important for EMEA, have better integration with SAP, so customer running SAP can also benefit from Fabric there. And last but not least, maybe 2 things. One is we announced an SDK for Fabric, allowing any software integrator or ISV to build a solution on top of Fabric to provide data or a solution, as I said, that will be directly accessible.
Okay.
And the last thing is regarding accelerating data literacy. So with real-time insight, I think we have a game-changer approach for real-time intelligence in Fabric that is approachable for anyone, including data citizens. And to close on the data citizen thing, the new version of Copilots that we announced in Power BI will change the way we are interacting with BI tools, for sure.
All right.
And earlier I was talking about AI skills. So a lot of things. I will really encourage everyone to look at all those innovation in the months to come.
So that's very encouraging. In fact, I would call it really ears on the ground, because some of the issues that you have covered, actually that was some kind of a feedback we were getting from the customers also. They want these kind of integrations or some kind of partners like us.
Yeah.
Can we accelerate this? Can we have data models? Can we do these kind of scenarios? So I think the way you are covering each one of those issues and accelerating that journey, that will make the things very smooth now.
Yeah, voice of the customer, is a priority number 1. And that's what's infused the innovation that we're bringing.
Perfect. And one question I was very tempted to ask: do you talk to Satya?
Not yet, but looking forward to it.
Okay, because he is a different cult image now.
Absolutely.
He has a different cult following now, and we in the tech world, really, we all follow what is he doing and where he's going and all kind of scenarios. So, okay, fine. That's good.
No, it totally changed the way Microsoft is approaching things, for sure.
I would not say just Microsoft. I would say the entire globe is looking at things. It's changed the entire ecosystem.
Yeah, right.
Also, one thing which I have noticed that any civilization evolves only with technology. So if you look at the Bronze Age, the Iron Age and all those scenarios, the civilization was same. It was the technology which was infused that changed it. And now is the time, because AI is changing the human civilization right now. So in future, this will be marked as a change, let me tell you.
Absolutely.
And that's the impact of Microsoft, let me tell you. It's not just Microsoft as a company or not the ecosystem or the customer. It's the entire civilization is changing or turning a leaf in the history with AI.
Yeah, we are just,
Getting started.
to get a sense of what it means.
Correct.
But the beauty in particular this year, I think, we see that, what we were talking about, and where in particular to start with data literacy, AI is changing that definitely, making sure that anyone can have an idea, a transformative idea, and make that happen and have an impact.
Okay.
That's really for me a game changer.
Perfect. And any final words for the new people who want to join the AI bandwagon, people who want to join AI industry? They are not from the industry, but they cannot be fence sitter. They have to join it. So any advice?
Yeah, you mean for a customer or people who want to take a career in AI or what?
Exactly. The people who want to make career in AI.
Yeah, so I think we discussed about that earlier, but being a continuous learner is for sure a mindset to have, and training online and making sure. I think often people may think that they need to start maybe going through a difficult technical learning. So it's more about let's try stuff, let's start to learn, let's see that today, even if you are not highly technical savvy, you can still make a difference because the tools are allowing this. And then little by little it will reinforce. But let's start, try things. That's the most important thing. Okay. Being a continuous learner, trying stuff, and the rest will flow.
Awesome. Any final words, anything you want to share with us?
No, thank you, Abhishek. Maybe one thing I wanted to share as an advice, maybe for a lot of customers who want to start their journey, because I see a lot of POC that are so proof of concept that are launched, but a lot of them are not deployed. I think like MSIT Sloan study said 87% of the organization see AI as a way to improve or drive innovation, right? Still, the Pareto rule today, and I think analysts are confirmed this, 80% of the proof of concept are not going into production. Why that? Because, as you said, data is the oil, the fuel of AI, and the concept of garbage in, garbage out.
Correct.
If your data is not ready, you will not. The AI will not be good. So you need to have solid data foundation.
Perfect.
So my advice would be: yes, start fast, get confidence in your ability to use AI. In the same way, make sure that you have the foundation on the modern data platform with end-to-end data governance. And that's where Microsoft can help, definitely.
Awesome. So I want to talk to everyone. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Abhishek. It was a pleasure meeting you.
Thank you, Lionel. And guys, you have heard from the boss. Be ready, look at your data, and be AI ready. Thank you, everyone. Take care.
Bye, take care.